And moving up to the next row, that brightly colored number 1, that is Todd Courier making the trip today. Another driver familiar with the Angola Motorsport Speedway, Dave Stenhouwer on the outside of that row. On the inside of the next row, veteran driver Jeff Parr from Shro, Indiana. And on his outside is Mike Mazzagatti in the 87. Sorry if I butchered the name. John Gerhardt in the Gerhardt Timber Management, number 60 on the inside of the next row. And doing double duty, Mike Kugler going to try to get a better result in this one. On the inside of the next row, 2 drivers back for the first time in a while. Jason Shively in the 99. And put your hands together for Brian Reevely in the 31. A normal competitor at the Toledo Speedway making the trip to Angola tonight. 2 of them in this row. Jake Francis in the 33 and Dakota Carlson, a former Gold Cup winner in the number 8. One of a row of winners, former winners of the Stan Perry Memorial, Mike Root in the number 9, and the winner of the very first Stan Perry Memorial, Jumpin' Jack Landis. The next row has Drew Charleston in the 21, and last Saturday night's feature winner in the tribute to the Godfather, number 10, Brian Nestor. And moving up to your fastest 2 qualifiers of the evening, the number 16 of Jeff Ganus, and the 41, your dash winner, Brent Jack. And the next row has Jack Varney Jr. in the Great Lakes Helicopter 116 and Marcus Malcutt in the 75. A former winner in the main event racing series here at the Angola Motorsport Speedway. The 28 on the outside of row 3 is Jimmy Carter. On the inside of that row, the Clark Lake, Michigan driver Justin Clardy in the number 7. In your front 2 rows on the outside, the veteran driver in the 71, the runner-up in the season standings 1 year ago for the main event racing series, Harold Fair Jr. And on the inside, another familiar number 10, that's Smokin' Bud Perry. And your front row tonight, former promoter of the Angola Motorsport Speedway, starting on the outside of row 1 is the number 1 of Craig Everage. And another Ohio driver starting on the pole tonight, the number 4 of Justin Schroeder. Pull the Glenbrook Hyundai pace car off, give these drivers a few laps to warm up their tires before we turn them loose for 100 laps. So if you're still down at the concession stand, Perry Memorial starting back in the pack. Your fast qualifier, Jeff Ganus, starting 10th. Brent Jack there in 9th. Schroeder on the gas late, but they keep it looking good. Green flag. Like Craig Everage might have went a little early, but the field caught up to him by the time they got to the turn, and caution is back out. Yellow out. Looks like the main event racing series officials not happy with Craig Everage's start, so we're going to do it again. Control of the start. Slow pace into turn 3. On the gas off of 4, looking better this time. Green flag. Craig Everage in the 1, trying to hang tough on the outside. Schroeder digging down low. Perry and Fair right there in their tire tracks. Two by two up front, single file behind them. Best battle there. Brent Jack in the 41 taking a look to the inside of Marcus Malcutt. Craig Everage now with a run on the top side, clears Schroeder. Schroeder's dropping back in the 4. Harold Fair Jr. up to 2nd. Here comes Bud Perry as Justin Schroeder struggling. Possibly a tire rub on the 4 of Schroeder. Looks like that fender's pushed up against the tire. Craig Everage, Harold Fair Jr., Bud Perry, your top 3. Schroeder now under fire from Jimmy Carter in the 28. Clardy and Varney battle side by side behind them. Harold Fair Jr. now right up on the back bumper of Craig Everage. 6 laps in, the 69 of Justin May has pulled off. Looks like he's going to call it an evening. Single file, front 10. Oh, and Francis goes around in the 33 right in front of Jeff Parr. Good job by everybody avoiding. Jake Francis goes around in the 33. It's like 6 laps in the books. Jake Francis in the red number 33 went around in turn 3. Will be a $100 lap, so see if Craig Everage can lead the $100 lap on lap 10. And we are back underway. Everage taking a higher line through 1 and 2, able to pull out ahead of Fair there in second. Bud Perry looking to the inside for that position off turn 4. Bud Perry digging down low. Harold Fair Jr. battling tough on the outside though. Everage liking this as he's starting to pull away as they battle for second. Craig Everage, your early leader, about a 3-car length advantage over Harold Fair Jr., Bud Perry, Justin Schroeder, Jimmy Carter, your top 5. Single file after now 10 laps into this one. Fair riding a much higher line, still trying to close down that gap though. Everage starting to back up a little bit. Harold Fair Jr. in the 71 has stretched it out over Perry. Here comes Fair in 3 and 4. Harold Fair Jr. shadowing the 1 of Everage down the backstretch and into turn 3. Fair looks low off 4, nothing doing this time as he falls in line. Two-car breakaway at the moment. Perry just 4 or 5 car lengths back. Not out of contention by any means as we're just 14 laps into this one. Little contact between the 4 of Schroeder and Carter in the 28. Carter slides by as Schroeder corrals it. The 41 of Brent Jack took to the outside line, got around Marcus Malcutt. Now Jeff Ganus, your fast qualifier, going to try to find a way around the 75. Craig Everage being hounded by Fair. Fair right in his tire tracks. Perry now closing back in. 3-car battle up front. Best battle on the racetrack between the 7 of Clardy and the 116 of Varney. Brent Jack in the 41 right there, as that's a 3-car battle for 6th. Clardy once again digging down low. Varney. The 87 car is slow. Mazzagatti in the 87 is off. Clardy gaining ground each time now as he's not nearly drawn even with Varney down the backstretch. Brent Jack in the 41 takes a look to the outside now. Jake Francis once again slow on the inside in the 33. And caution out for Jake Francis. For the second time, problems for the 33 of Jake Francis. $20,000 to win on August 1st for these late model drivers at the New Paris Speedway, but we got business to do here on the high banks. 80 laps to go. Craig Everage leads them to the restart. Fair takes a look to the inside down the backstretch, falls in line as once again your front three cars begin to pull away from fourth place running Jimmy Carter. Bud Perry taking a look down low on Fair. Four cars running single file at the front. Fifth place, Justin Schroeder. Three cars back. Varney there in sixth. Clarity, Jack, Malcutt, and Ganus, your top five. Contact between Bud Perry and Jimmy Carter. We stay green and Perry. Problems for Bud Perry. Problems for your defending Great Lakes Helicopter Main Event Series champion Bud Perry. The number 10 is off the pace and off track. Schroeder and Varney now your top five. Quick pace on the start and green flag, we're back racing. Fair stays right with Everage on the restart this time. Harold Fair Jr. right on the back bumper of Craig Everage. Quarter of the way through this 100-lap Stan Perry Memorial event. Craig Everage leading every lap to this point. Fair, Carter, Schroeder, and Varney, your top five. Justin Clardy getting racy in that number 7. Finally has been working over Varney for about 20 laps now. Has drawn even with the 116. Jack Varney Jr., though, battling tough on the outside, holds on to that position. Everage, Fair, and Carter, three-car breakaway. Schroeder still back there in fourth. Varney and Clardy side by side for fifth. Dead even down the backstretch. Varney and Clardy for fifth place. Front four skating away as they still battle side by side down the backstretch. Craig Everage, Harold Fair Jr., Jimmy Carter, all running together. Justin Clardy finally, after almost 25 laps, is able to clear Jack Varney. Quickly, Brent Jack up alongside the 116, so Jack Varney Jr. falling back. Here comes Malcutt in the 75. He wants the spot. Brent Jack around the 116. Varney dropping back a little bit. Your top five cars: Craig Everage, Harold Fair Jr., Jimmy Carter, Schroeder, and Clardy. Marcus Malcutt now down and around Varney. Here comes Ganus in the 16. So Jack Varney Jr. back to 8th, going to lose another spot to Ganus, put him back to 9th. front three cars all running together. Schroeder not far behind in fourth. Clardy and Jack now closing in.